I spoke about my 20s, still very much in my 20s. So I spoke about the lessons I have learned so far. I spoke about crashing out with my dad on billings and finances. I spoke about I didn't talk about what I have in my cup today. I told you people to guess. So yeah, guess what I have in my cup today. And I read out the beautiful Reddit story on how a guy found his true love. You don't want to miss that part of the podcast episode. And let me see, is there anything I'm missing? I think that's all. So I just spoke about growing up, being in your 20s, being carefree, not carefree like that, and just being happy. Enjoy today's episode. Hey fam, you're listening to Becoming You, the podcast for adults figuring it out. Now let's get into it. I'm an adult. What am I supposed to do? Welcome back to your favorite podcast. I remain your host, Bukola. This is Becoming You podcast, where we talk about all things adulthood. Did you guys like that? My little voice flex, like, welcome back. Remember to like, share, subscribe to this podcast that you're listening to today. I attended a corporate event during the week virtually, and I was asked a very simple question. They said, Bukola, what is your hidden talent? And I blanked out at that point because I actually could not remember my hidden talent at that point. I just said something very boring that I cannot even afford to tell you people now. But you know what? I just remembered my hidden talents just now. My hidden talent is actually singing. I love singing. I enjoy singing. I'm one of those people who believe that one day, very soon, in the nearest future, the world will get to appreciate their voice. Am I fooling right now? No. All right, let's get into it. Sorry about that. Just scrap that. That's not me. That's not who I am. That's not Vicky. That's just adulting showing itself through me. I mean, who am I to say no? How did my week go? So, I had a typical adulty kind of week. I don't even know how to explain it. The week was a bit filled. It was nice. It was okay. Started on a very, very annoying note. Very annoying note. And then on a relatively good note. And it was just a typical week, honestly, filled with debit alerts. What happened? I woke up on Monday morning and I don't know, let's rewind it a bit. You guys remember when I told you about my laptop and the coffee spill? Okay, so I've actually not fixed the laptop. What the thing is, I wanted to fix the laptop. I messaged a technician online and they gave me the bill to fix the laptop. And the bill was kind of outrageous. I was like, really? This bill actually gets me a new laptop. So what did I do? I neglected it. Everything is working fine. Like even till now, everything is working fine. I mean, you can see me. I'm recording this on my laptop. Everything is working fine. So I actually did not think of fixing my laptop. Then I woke up on Monday morning, opened my laptop, and guess what I saw? You know the green lines you see after your phone. When I don't know if you've ever had a situation where your phone like falls into water, then it start malfunctioning the screen. So that's where I'm currently at. That's the face I'm at with my laptop right now. So I just saw the old green, white, green. Like I can barely see my screen because of the multiple lines in it, and it's just so annoying. Fam, see, my heart literally skipped a beat when I saw it. I was just like, why? Like, why? Why is there always something to do? I actually know. I had it in mind to get a new laptop, to get a replacement, but I just wanted to do it at my own timing. I took the laptop to a physical to Apple store, yeah, to like have them look into it and let me know what I need to do, if they can fix it or not, because I'm kind of finding it hard to trust the online technician guy I messaged, because I feel like I might pay the money, they get the laptop, and they will now realize that they're unable to fix it and they'll start telling me stories that touch. So I just went to Apple Store, okay, look into this thing and let me know what's up. You guys need to see how dismissive the lady was, the lady that attended to me. She just said, okay, what happened? I said coffee spilled on it, and she was like, oh, the screen, by the time we open the screen to fix the screen, you're going to give us like, she mentioned the amount in her eyes, and she was like, by the time we fix that one, she's sure that they'll find other things in the laptop that has faults, maybe the keypad, maybe just something in it. And she's not even sure that when they open the laptop, safe, when they close it back, it's actually going to come on. That's how the lady was talking to me, without empathy. I was just like, okay, so what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say you cannot fix the laptop? She was like, she's just trying to tell me that by the time they finish fixing the laptop, the bill is going to be the equivalent of getting a new laptop. And I was like, okay, so you're trying to say in a nutshell that I should get a new laptop. And she said yes. So all this intro yapping I've been yapping It's just to tell everybody listening that Buki has to get a new laptop. So annoying. Like I hate when I hate unnecessary, not unnecessary, unexpected expenses. I don't like them. I had to get some other things, like some other big stuff during the week that just left me so depressed. And I called my dad on, was it Friday or Thursday? I can't remember. I called my dad and, we were checking up on each other. It was just like, "Ah, how are you? How's everything?" I said, I'm fine. And I started ranting. I was like, you can't believe that this is what happened. This is the state of my laptop. Now I have to get a new laptop. I just went on and on and on. And I ended my rant session. All this is just to tell you that really, I don't know how you did it. I don't know how you're trying to how you're able to train me up by siblings and you're just giving us your money. Because me, I am not, I just told him, I said, I think I I don't have plans of giving birth like in the nearest future. I think I need to take my time because what do you mean I have to the money that is not even enough for me to spend yet, I have to be spending on somebody else. Then the person will have unexpected expenses and I have to sort it out. I have to be there. And my dad was just laughing at me. He was just laughing. It was just laughing. He told me was now you see, now you know, now you can see that, being a daddy or being a parent is not easy. And honestly, now I can see clearly that I don't know, it's just so hard. And I remember then, as a student, billing my parents, and maybe they tell me that, okay, give me some time. I would just, get pissed and no, it's always like that what they want us to do now. I need this money urgently. While my dad or while my mom say, oh, I should give them time. Or while my dad say I should give him time. He's just supposed to sort the bill out immediately. And now I'm just getting to understand how hard it is to just be taking care of unexpected expenses. It's hard, it's annoying, it's triggering because it's like I had other plans. There was a time I posted on WhatsApp. I was like, I love spending money, but see, I think I need to be very specific. I love spending money on enjoyment, not just I love spending money because I don't like spending money on bills. I don't like spending money on unexpected expenses, on enjoyment, on soft life, on cool things, on nice things, on looking good. I truly enjoy spending money. But you see the other parts, it's not a pleasant experience at all, at all, at all. And that just brings me to growing up as an adolescent, I think I had other plans for my 20s. I wouldn't have imagined that at the age I am now, I'll be saying that I don't have intentions of giving birth to a kid in the nearest future because of my financial situation. I actually felt that I figured it out by now. I was aiming to get married at 25. I wanted to having kids as soon as I got married and everything. So I feel like the idea of the 20s I had in my head and the reality of the 20s now are vastly different. But one thing I really like about how I have been growing or this adults, my 20s, because I'm very much still in my 20s, but I just moved from early 20s. I passed slightly past mid 20. Yeah. Then I'm kind of moving towards late 20s. So tell me my age. I am not in my early 20s. I am not in my mid 20. I am slowly moving towards my late 20s. How old am I? Tell me. So let's go back into what I was saying initially before I moved into our video. What is it video? I'll call it our mini quiz. So what was I saying now? I've lost my train of thought. Thinking about the conversation I had with my dad, I kind of just appreciated more the kind of relationship I have with my parents. I feel like it's so nice to build a very healthy relationship with your parents and parents to build a very healthy relationship with your kids. Because it's so nice when we can have these conversations and laugh over them, laugh over the views and your unexpected life turns, be able to call them or pick your phone and call your parents when you are going through a major, life crisis and you can just rant to them and you have people to listen to you. Yeah, we have our friends, but it's just so nice to see that relationship and kids to just laughing about it. So I feel like it felt so nice for him as well. And I feel like the conversation was a bit relaxing for him as well because he got to see that he has a child who is grown enough to understand his plight as an adult because our parents are just humans. Our parents are just humans. Our parents are just grown babies. How do I put it? Not like they are not adults. They are adults, but they're just humans like us. They are not supposed to have it all figured out. They're not supposed to have everything put together. They don't even have it all figured out. They don't have everything all put together. They are just showing up for us. And I feel like now we all already like catching glimpses of what it feels like, or what it feels like to be parents, because there are times you've seen how we just have to show up for people, act all grown up and shit. So yeah, but I feel like our parents are just babies like us. I don't want to say babies, but they're just like us. They're just people like us, humans like us, very flawed, very imperfect, very they're just trying to do what adults do. Show up, be there, be responsible, and just take it a step at a time, but really, like, let's just be calm with them. Let's be understanding with them when we are billing them, when we're asking them for things. This is the petition to the unborn kids. Calm down with the billing. So today's episode of the pod is just going to be very calm, cool, and I think you can already tell the vibe I'm coming with on this episode. Nothing too hard, nothing too deep. It might get deep at some points, but like that's not my intention. I just want it to be very vibey, very cool. And we'll be talking about the lessons I've learned so far in my 20s. Still very much in my 20s, but I think I progressed. Like I told you, I moved from early 20s to late 20s recently. So, yep, I think I'm in the right position to tell you some of the things I have learned so far. So, number one lesson actually is a closed mouth. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. This is a very popular it's a proverb. A proverb is more biblical. So, yeah, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. Ask so that you will receive. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. And I feel like as a growing adult, I've seen how opening my mouth to ask for help has brought help for me, or has just made a way for me, either spiritually or physically. Spiritually in the sense of just going to God in prayer and telling him directly, like, dear Lord, this is what I want. This is the testimony I want. And I've seen it like just come to reality, manifest. Just asking for things when you need them. You guys, sometimes you're denying yourself that thing you're looking for. You're denying yourself that testimony. I don't want it to look like a sermon, but you're denying yourself that thing you truly desire because you're not asking, because you're not opening your mouth to ask. Ask and it shall be given unto you. Let me give you an instance. So last year I went for an academic exchange program in Cali, and I had to like pay a particular amount of money to the university for the program. And the money I was asked to pay was a lot. Now I can't even remember now. I can't remember the amount honestly. But like the cost of living there was high as well. And having to pay that, and I wanted to pay it on my own. I didn't tell my dad about it or anything. I just wanted to sort it out on my own. So I was like, time was going, the clock was ticking. I had to pay the money. And I was like, okay, God, what do I do? Then I just carried my laptop on. I prayed about it though. Then I wrote the email. Then I wrote this email to, let me just put my phone here. So, and I wrote this email to like the department chair, and I just told her that, okay, I've been here for a while. I never knew like things here are this expensive, and surviving here it has been serious for me. It has not been easy for me, and I really want to negotiate the fee that I am asked to pay. Okay, I understand I'm supposed to pay this to the department, then pay this to you, that you're my supervisor, and I really want to know if the departments can make accommodations for me or cut something out of the fee for me, or just if there's like a scholarship or just something they can do to help me. Guys, you won't believe what happened. I didn't get a response that day. And I was scared. I was like, oh, okay, have I said the wrong thing? What will happen? Will I have to like guess the consequences of my action? I was panicking. But guess what? I think I sent the email on a Thursday. On a Monday, they got back to me. So apparently they were deliberating on it. They got the email. They called like a meeting, my supervisor and the department chair, and they were trying to like understand how best they could help me. And I think they cut this bill by 70% now. Yeah, I think they removed like I had to pay only 30% of the full amount of money I was required to pay. And I was just amazed. I remember going on my WhatsApp status to just post like, God is awesome. I was amazed. My mind was blown away. And I was just really thankful. I was like, what if I had not asked? If I had not asked, I would still have been stuck with trying to get the funds together, trying to look for the money, trying to like for it. And I already had the 30%. So immediately they just told me, um we're going to reduce this fee by 70%. I think I went to pay like that evening or the next day. That is just an example of how your mouth can be the only thing standing between you and something you've been seeking, something that you want, something that you really desire, open your mouth today. Open your mouth today and ask. Ask for direction, ask for insights, ask for ideas, ask for help if you need to ask for help. I'm still struggling with pride sometimes too when it comes to asking for help. Like there are times I know people that could help me in certain areas, but I'm just so prideful. I'm like, ah, if I can't meet this person, I'll just start thinking they are better than me. I'm not going. But really, I'm sure that when I do gather the courage I need or just dead the pride and ask them for help, I'm 100% certain that they'll be willing to help me and they'll actually make that particular area of my life or that particular aspect of my life easier. So just ask for help today. Another one happened recently as well. Like one of the major purchase I had to make this week. I went there with my friend and we have like a really tight schedule. So we're trying to like find a time that would work best for the delivery of the item. And the guy kept on telling us that, oh, there's protocol, they follow protocol. And I was like, we just had to insist that we are not available. Nobody's available to take this thing in 3 business days. We need a specific date. And due to like we being very insistent on sorting it out at that point and talking and seeing what we actually want, how we want it to be done. We're able to get a solution for it and we were able to just have them make compromises for us. So like there are times you just need to talk. And talking is hard sometimes. You might be shy, you might be scared. Oh, what will they say? I remember like growing up as a when I just started taking public bus in Lagos. And the way public Lagos public bus works or transport system works, it's not like this very tush when the buses will stop when they get to bus stop or you have the bell, you just ring. In Lagos, it's not like that. Your voice is the bell. So when you're getting close to your bus stop, you have to shout, "Oh wow!" For the longest period of time, I was really shy with that. I hated shouting "Oh wow!" I hated it. So what would happen to me? Either the driver takes me beyond my bus stop and I have to trek back because I'm waiting for somebody else to shout over and I get down with them, or I just miss the road, or I just have to like follow somebody and walk in their shadow and just be praying silently for someone to drop at my stop so I can drop with them. But what happens there? There's always like delay. But when I eventually gathered the courage, it felt so easy. It felt so normal for me. It's just like, oh wow, oh wow. In fact, I was there shouting, oh wow, when I got to Brazil. I had to just pipe it down, like, bro, you're not in Nigeria, calm down. So yeah, all this is just to say, open your mouth today, say wah, ask for help, say it and get it, say it to God and you get it from God. Ask people around you for help when you need help. What's the worst thing they will say? No, I cannot help you. What's the worst that will happen? They'll either reject you or they'll tell you no, or probably they'll laugh at you, but it's not going to like reduce your worth or your self-worth. It's not going to reduce your sense of self as well. I've seen it. I've lived it. I've seen it manifest in various ways that opening your mouth really saves you a lot of stress, saves you from trouble, helps you accelerate your journey. And I think I need to drink water. Ah! I wanted to tell you people to guess what I have in my cup today, but I've already I already said it already, but I already said it on this tautology. I already said it, but I kind of believe that some people will not hear. So tell me, guess what do I have in my cup today? Let me see if you get it right. Mm. Another lesson, sorry for the break. Another lesson I would like to touch on is having a support system. I've like seen that having a support system in your 20s is actually priceless. It's very, very good to have a community, to have that group chat, to have that support system. Anybody can be your support system. You can build yours, you can use your friends as your support system, you can use your family members as your support system. You can have that mentor online that is your support system. The most important thing is have a support system. You can be a church support system. What's all that matters is for you to have a support system because you'll be going through stuffs. You could be going through stuffs. You might feel isolated. You might feel like it's happening to only you. But when you have like support system, when you have people you can always run back to, it makes it easier. It helps you not to fuck up as much as you would have because now you have people that are calling you to order. You have people that are being that shoulder, like providing you with the shoulder you need when things are getting really annoying, when things are not working out, when you're failing at things. Have a support system. It is just so priceless. Like crashing out on your 20s or crashing out on our 20s, because I'm also in my 20s. Let me not forget. Crashing out in our 20s is very normal. there'll be crash out because I feel like 20s is just that period where we're trying to understand ourselves better because you're moving from like 19, you're moving from being like, I would call someone who's 19 an adolescent, honestly, or yeah, or young, very young adults into being like an adult because like 20, 21, 22, 23, you're already like doing stuff, you're already making big decisions, you're already building a career, you're getting married because we have people that are married already that are still in their 20s, you're having kids. So 20s is just that very, I think your 20s is like your pivotal phase. A lot of things are happening, a lot of things are happening, and you're working, you're trying to get things in order before you're 30 because 30 feels like that big age. Like 30 just feels like, oh, yo, I'm an adult actually. So 20s, you're doing things, you're experimenting a whole lot. You're experimenting a whole lot. So you don't want to like be doing these things without having the right support system. Have like be a part of a community. It could be just community of friends. Just have a support system that will just have your back through it all. People that will tell you that you're not crazy and what you're doing or what you're going through is normal. People that will tell you that this thing that is going on with you is totally normal, it's totally fine, you actually overcome it. People that will give you tips, people that will give you OTs, people that will tell you how to go about things. Because another thing is knowledge is power, information is key. Your 20s, as you're navigating places like terrains you do not understand, it's very nice to have people that already have information around you. You see that they make the journey very like very much more easier. So it's very nice to just have people that will give you those tips, give you the tips, give you the shoulder to cry on, give you the courage you need, the encouragement you need. People that will just be there for you. Community, very key. Try to be part of a community. You cannot live isolatedly because you need people to also put you in check. You even need a healthy competition in your 20s, honestly. I feel like you really need a healthy competition in your 20s. So it's nice to have people too that you can see how like they're moving in a very accelerated way. It's just spur you into action. Imagine having friends that are making big moves. I mean, you don't want to be the odd one out. You don't want to be the one left out. So you also like take risk when you have to take it. You actually have to like make big moves too because you have these people around you to look up to. So having the right community in your 20s is key. I'm still working on expanding my community, by the way. So if you know any community that you think should be a part of, let me know in the comment section and we'll talk more. Or you can send me an email. I think our email information too should be on either YouTube or Spotify or on both platforms actually, depending on where you're listening from. So yeah, thinking of starting one myself, but that would be that's a later gist. That's a later gist. But right now, I'm trying to join more communities. I'm interested in public speaking, so maybe a community that has something in that field for me. Um, Communities that are just communities of people that are ready to grow, ready to learn. Join communities. Have your support system as well. Let everything just be strong. Have that strong backing. You need it in your 20s. You really need it though because your shock absorber gas be strong. These 20s and road bombs. Hmm. Hmm. One other thing I'm actually realizing now is that you're not going to have it all figured out. There's this part of growing up now where you feel like you get to a phase where everything will be ready. You feel ready to do something. So far in my 20s, one thing I've realized is that there's no point, like at no point did I feel ready, 100% ready to do something. I just had to jump in because if you're waiting for that perfect time where you feel totally ready to do something, it might never come. I just feel like you have to just do it when you have to do it. Like, for instance, I might be giving the excuse of, not being ready to take a particular step and you're waiting for all the resources to come together, all the opportunities to come together. The thing is, there'll always be an excuse, there'll always be something missing, there'll always be that missing piece you're trying to get together. So if you don't just close your eyes and say, I'm just going to do it, you might just be waiting behind and just waiting for everything to come together. Opportunities might not necessarily meet you prepared, but we need to learn how to grab opportunities when they come. We need to learn how to even go for opportunities because it's not every time opportunities will come to you. Most times you have to look for the opportunity. I think this is where you start praying for God's favor, alignment, just positioning as well. Because it's not every time like the opportunity will just come and just meet you in your room. You have to be actively searching. That's one thing I think I believe. You have to, for instance, you're trying to get a job, you have to be putting yourself out there. Yes, you might know someone that will know somebody that would call you and be like, "Oh, Bookie, I trying to get a job. I have someone that has this vacancy. Would you like to work there?" But before the person can make that call to me, they need to know that, oh, I'm competent enough to do that thing. They need to know that, oh, that is actually something I even do. So at that phase where you're waiting for the perfect opportunity or you're waiting for the perfect time, you need to keep moving yourself. You need to be doing something because time waits for no man. You have to be actively doing something to just make people remember that, oh, you provide this service or you do this thing, this opportunity take I have is divided into one. Opportunity is not going to come and meet you in your room. You have to actively like search for it to find it. And number two is that you are never going to be fully ready to take the opportunity. So you have to just do it anyway. You can't just wait around till you're ready or you feel it in your mind that it is time. I'm not sure there will be a time you feel like it is time. You just have to do it when you just have the prompt in your heart to do it. I think I mentioned this on the last episode of the pod as well. Another thing I've realized also is failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. I was really like anti-failure growing up. I don't even know if I would say I was anti-failure because I don't know if I passed all through, but let's start from my university years. I really hated having the F. No, I never had F anyways. I really hated just having like a grade I wasn't comfortable with, like A. And I feel like I had D like twice and I hated myself for it. Yeah, those academic failures are different anyways, but like back to what I was saying. So failing at something in your 20s is not like the traditional sense of failure where it's like, oh, you're done for. You cannot be good at it again. No. Most times when we feel at things in our 20s, especially things we're passionate about, it helps us just become more resilient. It helps us understand the process better. It helps us even come back stronger. So failure in your 20s is not the opposite of success. It's a part of the process. It's part of your success story. Failing at things is just going to make your success story sweeter. Imagine your success story and you're just like, I tried podcasting once and I got it right. But imagine your success story and you're like, I tried, I stopped, I tried, I stopped. Then I got it right. Anyways, all these success stories are valid though, very valid. And I mean, the first one is even sweeter. You don't have to struggle and do this thing. But like, I was just trying to like say that to make us feel better. But really, really, honestly, failure is a part of the process. It's not the opposite of success. Failing at something should not make you feel bad. It should not make you feel terrible. I think I should do an episode on failure and rejection. But yep, maybe soon. Talking about failures and starting again before I forget. The last episode of the pod, we spoke about starting again. So in case you're at that phase where you're currently like maybe you failed at something and you don't understand how to get back into the rhythm of things, just check the last episode of the pod. You would see what we spoke about and you can just jump right into it. It's okay for us to start over and over and over again. See, my singing talent just used to come through on its own. I did not have the intention of singing now, and it just came out. So this is actually my hidden talent. In case I'm asked that question anytime again in the future, what is your hidden talent, Bukola? Singing, 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 singing. So the next thing I have learned so far in my 20s is we should all invest in experiences, celebrate ourselves, celebrate our wins, no matter how little we think they are. Because you celebrate them, celebrate them, time will go, other things will happen. You might even now fail at other things again. So while you're talking about your failures or talking about missing things or talking about not doing things well, or talking about how you're falling before rising, talk about and also highlight your rise as well. Talk about your wins as much as you want to. Talk about like celebrating yourself, like celebrate yourself as much as you want to, because going through this space is not easy on its own. So having to order joyful moments, our joys, because we're scared of people thinking we're all up in their faces with our wins, or people thinking like, oh, we're trying to be boastful and we're now trying to perform humility. I celebrate myself a lot privately, maybe not publicly, like on the internet, posting and all, but I always try to celebrate my milestones. Birthdays, I celebrate birthdays a lot. I believe in celebrating birthdays. Like, why shouldn't I celebrate my birthday? Why shouldn't I celebrate the birthday of the people that I love as well? Celebrate birthdays, wins, graduation, doing a nice presentation. Just celebrate yourself as much as you can, because those things just make our life very rich. Because I feel like being happy as an adult in your 20s, it has a lot to do with intentionality, because there's always something coming up, there's always something to fix, there's always something that will just happen and just get you so pissed at something that will just annoy you. So if you're not very intentional about being happy, intentional about creating happy moments for yourself, intentional about celebrating yourself, or more, you just see that the thing is, you just see that time is going and nothing is happening, nothing is what celebrating, nothing is exciting. Celebrate those little things you don't see as achievement, those little wins you're having. Celebrate them, create memories with your friends, take pictures. Yeah, you don't have to post all the pictures you take I enjoy posting pictures. I enjoy taking pictures. I enjoy, keeping memories in picture format or video format. I was telling a friend recently, I was telling her that whenever I go out, I don't see an outing as a good outing when I don't have really nice pictures and videos to show for it. I just like, because how would I revisit that moment? What would I have to show that, I was once a baller? So, yeah, jokes apart, I feel like documenting experiences in pictures, in videos are really as important as living them. It's nice for you to live in the moment, enjoy the moment. But it's also nice for you to document it. How many minutes will you take to take pictures? Take the picture, make the videos, and just enjoy the moment. Just celebrate yourself. You're worth celebrating. Being alive is worth celebrating. Just enjoy yourself. So another lesson I learned is comparison steals joy. Not everybody's going to understand your process. Your process is different from my process. My process is different from your process. Velocity, the speed at which we're moving, very different. As such, don't compare yourself with anybody. You might have someone doing the exact same thing you want to do, and you see them doing, or like you see them doing, better than you are in quotes. You don't have to feel down. You don't have to feel sad. There is space for everybody to fly. Your time will come. Just keep grinding. Just keep being consistent, and just ensure that you're happy doing what you're doing, and you feel fulfilled doing it. It would happen. It would happen. Don't compare yourself with anybody. Like road bumps, roadblocks, a part of the process. They're a part of the process. Comparison is just a joy stealer to steal your joy, make you sad. It will just make you feel very bad. It's to make you so yeah, you might see it instead rather than just hating on somebody because you feel like they're doing better than you. You can try to like in some cases you can try to get to know them and ask them to push you through. And if they are really annoying you, because I'm not going to just take away the fact that sometimes people just annoy us. I'm not saying we are I'm not describing the witchcraft behavior now, just like hitting on people's success, but there are some people that you feel like probably you can't approach them for help, or what they post triggers you in a kind of way you're not comfortable with it. What would you do to protect your peace, to protect your happiness, to protect your state of mind? Block it away. Like you don't have to see it. Honestly, you don't have to see their WhatsApp status. You don't have to see their Instagram story. You don't have to see their tweets. Block it. You don't have to see their LinkedIn. If you feel like it's troubling you, just avoid anything that'll put you in that position where you have to beat yourself down, where you have to feel so terrible with yourself, with your journey, or with the current speed you're moving at because you feel like somebody else is doing it better and you're not getting it right. Block out the noise. Block out the noise and focus on you. Don't let comparisons steal your joy. Like 20s, how many years we have to be in our 20s then? So enjoy it. Enjoy before you say Jack Robinson, time has passed. Don't snooze. If you snooze, you lose. So enjoy your 20s and just cut out comparison. Anything that will just make you feel down and feel less. You're no less, you're adequate. You're enough and you're moving at the right speed. So another lesson I've learned, or I think I'm actually still learning this one, is that being busy does not equate being productive. Being worn out is not something we should be proud of. I've met people that just enjoy just being busy. And I think I kind of slip in and out of that phase of enjoying being busy. I don't like being idle. I feel like I've just been too busy. Like I've been so busy that I don't understand what it feels like to be idle. Whenever I'm having a very idle Saturday, I feel like something is wrong. I feel like something is not going right. I feel like there's something I'm supposed to be doing and I'm not doing. So I myself, I'm just learning that I don't have to be too busy. I just need to plan my life properly, plan my time properly. That way I have time to rest. I have time to do what I have to do. I have time to be productive. Being busy and just being tired, and when they call you say I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. That one does not equate anything. No. In fact, now prayer points is small work, plenty money. Small work, plenty money. You don't have to be so busy to make it big. Honestly, you just have to be strategic. You have to just do the right work when you have to do them. Put yourself out there when you have to put yourself out there. Let opportunity means preparation. Everything jam, everything cook, everything soft. But yeah, just take that break, honestly. Nothing like the break of the kind we discussed last week, but like just resting where you have to rest, because it's not by being busy. Honestly, it's just by being productive, and you don't have to be too busy to be productive. I'm also just learning. Yesterday, so I had a busy because I'm recording on Sunday. I had a very laid back Saturday. I had the opportunity of sleeping for like 4 hours during the day, and I was not calm. I was just like, how will I be sleepy? I feel like there are things I should be doing. So yeah, I'm also just learning this, and I understand the fact that being busy does not equate being productive, but it's just hard for me to just relax. I'm learning to relax. We only live once. YOLO. So the older I have become, the more I've realized that forgive and forget is a myth and it's not as easy as they make it sound. And one thing I've learned in my 20s is that forgiveness is hard, very hard. It's so hard to let go of people that hurt you at this phase because it's just like you I don't know, for someone to hurt you, that means they have like some form of access to you. And it's just like, okay, I give you this access to me, then you misused it and you just fucked up. So why on earth am I supposed to allow you back in? Why? Give me a valid reason. Give me 21 reasons why. So yeah, I just feel like yeah, I've just this is something I personally have discovered and something I'm struggling with. And I've had this conversation with friends as well, understanding forgiveness as a concept, especially biblically. What are we supposed to do when people hurt us? Like as adults, we remember these things. It's not like I'm a kid and I'll get to a phase in my life where I'll just forget or have my memory wiped, or of which I even think kids actually remember stuff as well. But what am I supposed to do when someone hurts me? Am I supposed to just move on like nothing happened? Is sorry supposed to just fix everything? How am I supposed to reconcile like what they did to the idea of them I had in my head prior to them doing what they did? So yeah, I feel like I've come to just realize that forgiveness is a myth. It's hard, very hard. There's forgiveness. I even think forget, like it's forgive and forget the duo. So I feel like okay, yeah, maybe you can actually reach a level of forgiving people, just canceling them or just erasing them, or just forgetting their existence. Like, oh, this person never existed, and keep it moving. But you see that forget, forget often means going back to how things were, as we were. I don't think it's possible. Like, what do you mean forget a betrayal? What do you mean forget someone being selfish? What do you mean for how? But let me know your opinion on forgive and forget. Like growing up in being in your 20s as well, or in your 30s, I mean, we might have like older audience or even younger people. Let me just know, what do you think? What's your idea of forgive and forget? How are you able to forgive and forget? Are you actually able to forgive and forget? Let's have like this very honest conversation about forgiving and forgetting. Is it possible? Is it a myth? Is it impossible? How do we forgive and forget? And the last lesson is on friendship. So friendship has become so growing up, you realize like how true the Yoruba adage that says 20 kids cannot play with each other for 20 years. Like being in my 20s, rise! 20 kids, 20 years in my 20. Oh, this music thing is for me. 20 kids, 20 years in my 20s. Ah. Okay. Back. So being in my is and minimize this, I have come to understand as well that your friendship dynamic is not going to be static. It's going to evolve, it's going to change. The depths of friendships, the depths of friendship you have with certain people will get shallow. With some other people, to get deeper. So like the dynamics will actually just change. And you sometimes at some point you're like, oh, I miss how me and this person used to be. But yeah, unfortunately we can't be that way again because there's just a disconnect. You don't connect on that level again. And it's just so hard. It's a reality that is very hard for us to take in. But yeah, it does happen. So friendship in your 20s is very, very, very unstable, very anyhow. You have your people, but even with your people, it takes more intentionality for you guys to always be on the same page, always updating each other, trying to move together because once you take a step and leave your friend behind, it's very hard for you guys to just connect back. Friendship in your 20s is just it comes with intentionality. You just have to intentionally navigate it so that you don't feel left out or you don't leave your friends behind. So yeah. And that brings us to the end of the lessons I have learned so far in my 20s, or let me say the lessons I learned in my early 20s. Let me know if you have more lessons to add to this list. I feel like the list is endless. Endless. So if you've passed your 20s, give us the tea on your 20s. What is that one lesson you learned? And just to spice the episode up a bit, I got some on Reddit. Let me read them to you just to basically and we call it an episode. So this Reddit submission says the societal expectations of time to get married, the time to make kids are just what they are, expectations. Learning the wisdom of the phrase tradition is peer pressure from dead people. Oops. Hmm. Hmm. I've actually never heard this phrase before. You guys, have you heard it? Hmm. actually. I'll just say dead people, like dead people. But think about it. Think about it. So the person says, like I finally came into my own. I finally came into my own in my 20s, not completely, but I realized that this was my own life to make. I shrugged off the pressure and the givens and the politics and the life view of my parents, which I had always taken as a given. I started forming my own. Yeah, so this is something we need to also realize too. Don't be stuck up with following societal order of things. Who created the order? They said peer pressure from dead people, don't be a victim. So we don't have to like stick to this is how they did it, this is how it was done. Create your roadmap, create your own thing, do your own thing. It's your life to live. Just be happy. Honestly, I just feel like that's just I think that's the phrase. Be happy. Just try to be happy in your 20s, honestly. We'll be happy in our 30s as well, but let's just try. So focus on the now. Let's be happy in our 20s. So the second one is life. Specifically, your life will not improve if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Yeah, this is something too that I had someone tell me years back, and it has always guided me. I think for the first 7 months of this year, I was really job hunting, like seriously job hunting. And I always try to review my processes. I'm not that person to not get result for something, then stick to it or stick with it. Like, yeah, I'm sticking to the main thing. But you see, the process of doing that thing, I would always change it. I would always find ways of changing it because you can't keep on doing the same thing and expect a different result. Like, tweak something, tweak your CV, tweak your positioning, tweak the way you talk, tweak the way you do things, tweak what you want. Like, the change you desire can just come from that little tweak. Just tweak it. Don't be afraid. Tweak it. Okay, so the person says, there's only one person you can change, and that is yourself. You want your life to change, then you have to change. For me, this meant leaving home and going off to college 2 hours from home. It was not easy at all and really struggled at first, but in time, I changed my major twice, met my future wife, and by the time I graduated 5 years later, we were married. I'm not married, but I met my partner in college too. College is like university. Go to university today, go to college today. House spouse is there. Oh God, I feel like I'm fooling around a lot in this shy. Okay, so then I'm sorry. I hope you guys are feeling what I'm reading, Sha, but yeah. My life dream was simple of wanting to get married, have some kids along with a place of our own. Then found a lady that had a similar dream. But getting married is just the start of a whole another adventure. So here we are almost 40 years later and our two sons are in their 30s and each has a kid. We have both been retired 3 years and that dream life in some aspects turned out better than planned and other parts of life have been a challenge. But it all started with there has to be a better life out there somewhere. Do not be afraid of change or to change. Oh, this is so sweet. This is so sweet. Do not be afraid of change. Do not be afraid to change. Do not be afraid to take yourself out of your comfort zone. Do not be afraid to like go in search of that life you want. Like, just do it. Just do it. I also have the kind of life I want, and I think I really want to. I have to start actively going in search of it too. So don't be afraid. Change is never going to be comfortable. It's never going to be very easy peasy. It's going to shake you because it is change. It will shake you, and change is the only constant thing. So, like he said, do not be afraid to go for it. Your spouse might be there. It might be in that gathering you were refusing to go. It might be outside. You that you like staying inside. Okay, I don't want a business spouse. No, your job opportunity might just be around the corner. Apply for that job today. And I think I was using spouse because the sample I had here to say spouse. Yes, my defense. So now, how about you? What's that major lesson you're learning, you've learned, or learned from your 20s? Let me know in the comment section. I really want to know. Let's teach ourselves. Let's learn so that these are our 20s. It doesn't like we don't have a choice. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna teach ourselves and give ourselves all the tips and tricks and everything. So that's brings us to the end of today's episode. My truth is dry again. Okay. See, the singing thing just used to I can't help it. I'm a song singer. Singer. Thank you so much for staying with me to the end of today's episode. I had fun recording this. I want you to just like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend that there's a podcast where they talk about everything adults and you don't want to miss out. So come and just join this community of adults trying to figure it out. Bye, friends. Bye, fam. And catch you on the next episode of the podcast. Bye bye.